Surency, for those of you who don't know who I am, and I'm privileged and honored and happy and grateful to be the practitioner for this morning's healing meditation service. And I just want to tell you how grateful I am for all of you being here. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day. I'd also like to thank all of you for being here. And I know your soul's happy that you're here. I'm grateful to everyone, to our Reiki practitioners, to David and our sound, our board members, our volunteers. Every single person is an active participant in this meditation service. And so this is a very intimate moment to spend together in Holy Communion with the Creator. So I invite you to just take a moment and look around the room and acknowledge every being. Oh, wonderful. Because this is just this one time in this particular way. It's unique, as we all are. So I invite you to just take a nice, deep, cleansing breath and allow yourself to relax. I like to use the acronym ROAM to start meditation. Relax, open, allow, and magnify. So let us now begin our time in the stillness, celebrating the presence, and allow the music of liquid mind to ease us into this portal of the presence. We have a luminous liquid mind, always ready to take form in the best and highest intention of all. David? I am one with the one, in and of the one. The I am presence is with me always. Let's rejoice and relax in that now. going deeper into the stillness, the silence, which takes us higher into the Christ consciousness. Come with me now. As we bring this time together to a close of our healing meditation, again, I give thanks for each of you hearing my voice. I give thanks knowing the truth of our luminous liquid mind, the inherent nature of God that is ours to use for good. And we take it with us now and always, unfolding in our lives in miraculous and wondrous ways. I let it be, and so it is.
love to introduce Dr. Reverend Ken Wilcox.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good morning, everyone. That's Kristen Lee, isn't she fabulous? Get up and show them again, Chris. Come on, come on. She'll be coming back with us, and next time she'll bring some CDs because, gosh, her music is something you want to hear all the time. She's on Spotify, so if you want to hear some more of her music, go on Spotify. We're very glad to have her here today. So thank you for joining all of us on this chilly morning. Thank you for coming out. And if you're joining us on the internet, we're glad to have you there as well. But I will have to share with you, if you're joining us on the internet, you in no way can feel the energy and the creativity and the positiveness in this room. This is a great place to be. You know, thank you, Ray. You know, if you're here for the first time, just to tell you a little bit about our community, we are a spiritual community without any dogma. No dogma. We don't tell you what you need to believe. We know you're smart enough, intelligent enough, and wise enough to develop a God of your understanding, a God that will not insult your intelligence, a spirit, and a creativity that you can use in your life. So know you're in a place this morning that's going to encourage the best of you. And to help bring about the best of you, I always ask you to do one simple thing each Sunday morning. And that is to leave all your troubles, your fears, your wouldas, your couldas, leave all that stuff outside in the cold weather. It'll be waiting on you when you get back out there. And open up for yourself an avenue of spirit possibilities. Well, what are spirit possibilities? Well, they're for more love, more joy, more happiness, more great music, all those things in life that make us feel alive, because that is what Spirit is doing through you and through me, showing up in the physical, recognizing itself through our love, our joy, and our laughter. So know you're in a great place this morning, and Spirit is going to recognize and reward you abundantly. Well, I've got some announcements this morning, so please bear with me. After service today, we're going to have our newcomers class. If you're here and you would like to be a member of our center, or if you would just like to know more about our center, we have a class that's going to start today. There'll be a second class next week. Jim Saul is leading the one today. Wave to everybody, Jim. There you go. And if you'd like to learn more about it, this is the class for you. Our Mystic Reading Group. They meet on Thursdays at 10:30, and they're starting a new book this week, the 27th. It's called Sacred Earth and Sacred Soul by John Phillip. Everyone is welcome to attend that. It starts at 10:30 on Thursday. On the 18th of February, I'm starting a new class. It's the Essential Earnest Homes. That will go for 10 weeks. You don't need to pre-register, and it will be after service, so you can just stick around, and it's for a love offering. So a great price. And you'll get a lot of, if you want to understand more about the teaching, this is the place you can come and learn about that. I'm very, very excited because on February 24th at 7 p.m., we're going to do the play The Witness by Lee Weaver. If you didn't know, Lee Weaver was a playwright here in St. Augustine. He's made his transition. For years, he wrote plays with a social consciousness about how we can make life better. So we're doing his play on the 24th. It'll be a wonderful event, a wonderful way to honor Lee. He did great and wonderful work. Our board meeting is today. We'll be meeting in one of our back offices, this one over here. If you'd like to come and listen to what we're doing as a community, how we're getting along, that's the meeting for you. And by the way, we're actually getting along very well. And if you're interested in being a part of the board, we will have elections coming up in February. So if you would like to be a board member, please talk to Mike Lally. And he's right here next to this very beautiful woman. Both of you stand up and get a good look at you. Oh, they're a little bit shy this morning. All right, I think those are all my announcements. So let's have some great music. Kristen, come on back up for us.
This song that I'm going to sing for you is a song that I wrote in 2020, and it's called Come Back to Love. When we come into this place, we're happy just to be. And yet we let the world convince us we're not free. So lost in expectation, we lose before we start. We'll blame it on the situation to avoid the things we are. Let's kick that to gear. I know it's hard to read between the lines, so much distraction, so much wasted time. Fear is an illusion and so is time. You gotta find yourself, you wanna find your peace of mind. Peace of mind. You gotta take some time to realize. Have a little faith, it's gonna work out right. You gotta take some time to realize. Pleasure and the pain's always worth the price. Come back, won't you come back, or come back to love. If you just know that, do you know that you're more than enough? You know that? You gotta take some time to realign. Have a little faith, it's gonna work out right. You gotta take some time to realize. Pleasure and the pain's always worth the price. I believe the world is safe and people are good. And we gonna make mistakes, but we're just misunderstood. So let the silence fill the space that's broken up inside. Tell me how you're gonna live your wild and precious life. You gotta take some time to realign. Have a little faith, it's gonna work out right. It's gonna work out, it's gonna work out right. You gotta take some time to realign. Pleasure and the pain's always worth the price. Come back, or come back to love. Ooh, 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 ooh. Know that, do you know that you're more than enough? You gotta take some time to realign. Have a little faith, it's gonna work out right. You gotta take some time to realign. Pleasure and the pain's always worth the price. That's my song, Come Back to Love. Thank you.
That was lovely. Thank you, Kristen. So to get our service going, we're going to have a reading and treatment, and we've got our own lovely Maureen coming up to do that for us. Come on up, Maureen.
Good morning. And was Reverend Ken right or what about the energy? And Kristen, what a perfect song. It's our theme song. Oh, how grateful I am to be here with all of you this morning on this beautiful, chilly little day. I also want to remind you that as a practitioner, Jim and I are both here and available for anyone seeking prayer, also known as spiritual mind treatment. And we also have the gold box. If you want to do it that way, you can just write your request, and we're more than happy to do that for you. And I just wanted to remind everyone of that. And once again, how thankful I am to be here with all of you this morning. And I want to share what inspired me for the reading. I don't know if any of you happen to watch Michael Beckwith's Take Back Your Mind podcast. And this last week, it was a conversation with Matthew Fox. I mean, there are two fantastic mystical beings. Of course, we're all mystical beings, some of us to different degrees, of course. But it was a very, very insightful, wonderful, moving podcast. So if you have a chance to watch it, I think you would enjoy it. And so it brought me to one of my favorite authors, which is Eva Bell Werber. And this particular reading is called Life's Harmony, and it is from the book In His Presence. Once you are awakened to my holy presence, there will be a purpose to all you do. No longer shall chance play a part in your life's program. This day, you shall fill the moments before you with my service, even though it be but a smile given from a full heart. A heart that is love-filled. Your service shall be made plain before you and of easy understanding. The way shall be good and beautiful if you walk with me and dwell in my consciousness. Changes shall come, but you shall fear them not, for you know the giver of all life has made every change one for your advancement. And we are advancing in an accelerated moment. Back to the reading. All those you meet today shall be but a reflection of yourself. If you dwell thus with me at the heart center of your being, there I am, always to be found, dwelling in purity and love. So shall your life be harmonized as you go about my service, and I shall guide you every moment of the day. What a wonderful truth. Again, that was Eva Bell Werber. So let's take a moment now and turn within and give great thanks for each of us being here together, sharing the celebration of life with a capital L. I know that this service unfolds perfectly, thanks to all those who make it possible, which is each and every one of us. To David and Miles with the sound, Reverend Ken's message, all of the people, all of the volunteers, everyone here is certainly such a dynamic part of this community. I know this service is perfect and takes us to newer heights of the consciousness of the Christ. giving thanks for this truth. I know it is so. I let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Maureen.
When the rain's blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, there is no one to dry your tears. I would hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue. I'd go crawling down the avenue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on a rolling sea, down the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of this earth for you. Make you happy, make your dreams come true. To make you feel my love. To make you feel my love. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. That was lovely. Well, one thing I haven't got the official total yet, but I'm pretty good at judging things. I want to mention this. It's obvious that we've got record attendance today. Yes. And it has been a long road since COVID, trust you me. You know, when COVID first hit, we had a lot of people, not a lot, but a couple of people who came and told us that we would never open up again, that we would just close down. Yes, yes. The person who donated the piano to us, they wanted it back because they said, you'll never use it again. Well, we have used it. Even on Sundays when we were meeting out in the parking lot in the middle of summer, when it was so hot the asphalt would stick to your shoes. We kept going because the board and I, we made a determination we weren't going to close. We were going to carry on and we were going to get better. And today is that proof that we can get better. So let me tell you this, keep this in your mind, regardless of what anything in the world is telling you. Doesn't matter if it's the bank, it doesn't matter if it's your boss, it doesn't matter if it's your family, that's a tricky one. It doesn't matter if it's the doctor. You are the one that can say, I'm carrying on, I'm getting better, and I've got the power of God with me, flowing through me, and I am rising up to meet a new day. We're proof that you can do it, so go out and make the miracle happen in your life. You can do it. And especially if you keep showing up here, we'll convince you of it. So, thank you. So I'm carrying on with a series of talks for the first 4 chapters of the Science of Mind textbook. And today's entitled The Power Within. Dr. Holmes, the founder of our teaching, in this chapter, he stated, and I think this is really a very honest thing that he did, he said this wasn't a special revelation to him. That this wasn't that he didn't just get, that God just didn't speak to him. This was a revelation because he had studied many religious teachings, and what he did is he had absorbed the wisdom from all of those, and he then came up with the idea of science of mind. And he urged us to prove this for ourselves. He said, do not take this on our word alone. Prove it to yourself. Come to an understanding of it for yourself. The heart of our teaching is a recognition that there is this universal mind and intelligence, the origin of everything, first cause, God. Now, some people don't like the term God. Even when Dr. Holmes was teaching, he said that he had a man come to him one time and said, I really like what you say, but I don't like that you use this term God. And Dr. Holmes looked at him for a little bit and said, well, why don't you just call it potato? Call it anything you feel comfortable with, but use it. Don't let that barrier hold you back. I like the term spirit or consciousness or life itself. Life itself. That's what we are in, what is flowing through us. Our thoughts and our emotions, whether conscious or unconscious, tap into the original creative force that underlines everything in existence and reflect back to us as our lives. Our experiences demonstrate what we believe to be true about life. You don't get what you hope for. You don't get what you even pray for. You get what you believe is true about your life. If you believe that life is tough and hard, well, life can easily produce that for you. But if you believe that life works out for you and prepares a way for you, well, then you can get that too. I had a wonderful friend, well, he's still in my life. He had gotten to a crossroad of his life. One career had ended. He needed to get into another career. He was really at a tough junction. And the career that he wanted to get into was to do wedding flowers. And he had found out that there was a convention of wedding planners in Atlanta, and he wanted to go there and have a booth, and so he could get introduced to all these wedding planners. He showed up early that morning to set his booth up. He looked in his rearview mirror, and he noticed that behind him there was this large Cadillac, 2 older people, and they were struggling to get supplies out of the trunk. He parked his car, and he went over and he helped them. He helped them get their supplies out. He helped them get to their booth. He helped them set up. Now, as it turned out, the person he helped was the president of this organization. And she went around to all her big sponsors, and she told them, I've met this wonderful young man. I want you to go by his booth, and I want you to help him out in any way you can. It wasn't a month or so later that John was doing the wedding for the daughter of the owner of Home Depot. Yeah. Now, here's the thing, how he spotted that opportunity. He was open and receptive to it. If it had been me, I would have been so worried about my booth, about not missing this opportunity, of making sure that I had all my supplies in line, I would not have noticed the struggling elderly couple behind me. I would have focused on what I had to do. He did not. He kept his heart and eyes open, and life supplied him in a much easier way than he envisioned. And that's what we want to do. We want you to stay open to the opportunities coming to you. And it first comes with where you realize for yourself that you're deserving of God's love. You're deserving of God's support. You're deserving of every great opportunity. God is in love with you, enraptured by you. Have you ever been around a little a couple who've just had a baby and the baby begins to walk? What do? They stare in amazement of the child taking its step. It's a wonder to them. Do you not know this is Spirit's reaction to you? This is Spirit's reaction to you. Even though you've had your heart broken, you're willing to try to love again. Even though you've had mistakes, you're willing to try another opportunity. Spirit is enraptured of your courage and your willingness to get out and try to make a life for yourself. And it's there to help and support you. Rumi says, don't be satisfied with stories of how things have gone for others. Unfold your own truth, your own myth. Seek a spirit that resonates with your inner truth. Let go of all the doctrines that limit your understanding. For a God that condemns is not one that aligns with the essence of love. And I don't mean to insult anybody, but a creator who would create its children and then judge them so that they could fry like a piece of bacon on a hot griddle for eternity is not a God of love. It's not a God of love. Just because you did something in Mama's Chevy behind the school gym. No. We all make mistakes. And that was a big mistake, by the way. That's not a God I can understand. It's not a God that's going to help me. It's a God that's going to keep me terrified. It's a God that will keep me worried. And then that will outpicture all kind of anger and turmoil. And you want a demonstration of that? Just turn on your news. Just listen to what some of these politicians are saying. That's where that goes. That's the fruit of that tree. As we raise our standards for ourselves, as we deepen the spiritual awareness, our concepts about spirit evolve. You see, there was a time when the Old Testament was written, the nation of Israel needed a warrior God. And so when they were instructed to take over Jericho, they were told to kill everyone there, even the infants. That was the level of their understanding. We have evolved beyond that, and that behavior no longer seems justified to us. So our thoughts of spirit has to evolve as well. You want to get a better understanding about a God, you have to get a better understanding about yourself. It's a journey of interpretation where spirit reveals itself through the human spirit, requiring our openness and receptivity. For spirit to reveal itself to us, it has to reveal itself through us, through our lives, through our experiences. And for that to happen, we've got to raise our concept of ourselves and our Creator, to know we're deserving of this love. We're deserving of this support. And that our dreams and hopes, that they've come from Spirit itself. And that they are here to be manifest. They are here to breathe the breath of life. And through you, you are needed, you are necessary. And until you step up and bring your dreams to life, evolution will not be complete. The creation will not be complete. So step up to your dreams. Spirit is this universal energy leading us towards our freedom. Freedom and more freedom, as Dr. Holmes says. And this freedom cannot be imposed. We have to accept it. Dr. Holmes says the force that appears to bind us is the very force that holds the key to our freedom. Our suffering is not imposed upon us, but it arises from our mistaken ideas about ourselves, about life, about spirit. Thich Nhat Hanh says, we understand that true freedom comes from within. Freedom is not given to us by anyone. We have to cultivate it ourselves. The force that seems to bind us is an illusion shattered by our awareness of our birthright. There used to be a bumper sticker that I really loved. I don't see it very much anymore. And the bumper sticker said, Jesus loves you, but I'm his favorite. Yeah. And that's kind of the right attitude. To think, yeah, I'm a child of God. I'm here on assignment. I am here on mission to live and to do the best I can to make a joyful noise unto the Lord, to bring about God's love made manifest. I'm here to make the world a better place from my having been in it. That's what we can do. Dr. Holmes says the Spirit is impersonal, but it responds to us in a personal way. How does it respond? Through our hopes and dreams and loves and passion, operating through us and for us. But its power becomes tangible only when we recognize it as such. We're constantly telling ourselves that it does not work. It works for us by not working. It proves our beliefs by not working for us. So we want to get a better belief about ourselves, better belief about what we're doing and how we can demonstrate Spirit's loves. Our thoughts and purpose and beliefs create a tendency in the universe to respond to us accordingly. It's this dance of creation, of our acceptance and obedience to the laws of nature. This is how our lives unfold. We're thinking, willing, conscious centers of life, immersed in a creative force that flows through us. And this ignorance of the law that governs our existence does not excuse us from our effect. It will not do for us what we can do for ourselves. Spirit will not impose your blessings upon you. You have to be willing to accept them, to be willing to own up to them, to glory into them, and to bless them. It can do anything for us. It can solve all our problems, but it knows in doing so, it would keep us weak and bound. It's like a baby chick and the egg. You're watching the baby chick trying to pick its way out of the egg, and what is the tendency to do? You want to help it. But if you've gone through this experience before, you know you can't help the chick has to struggle on its own to get out of that egg so it will be strong enough to go through the other challenges of life. This is how Spirit is with us. It allows us to face the challenges so that we become strong enough, so we know we are in co-partnership with it. This is the whole point of the journey. Is to know we are co-creators with Spirit, and we're here to achieve and do wondrous great good. Our belief shape our reality, and the universe responds to the totalness of our thoughts. Now, habitual thoughts have some power, but deliberate thoughts have great power. And you don't have to own up to every thought you have. You know, sometimes I hear my mom in my consciousness clear as a bell. A lot of times it's not very nice. And when I hear those thoughts, I just let them slide by. Don't give them energy. This is the key. Don't give them energy. Just let them slide by. When you have a thought that's healing, loving, and supportive, that's the thought you want to give energy to them. And when you do that, when you're recognizing your thoughts, you're making adjustments to your thoughts, you're owning some, you're letting others slide by, this is a place of great power. You've stepped into your power. And this is when you can do a lot of good. You can make demonstrations and manifestations. The extent of what we are able to create in our lives is linked to how we genuinely believe we're in this partnership with Spirit. And here's, I think, an important aspect of this. If you can't believe it for yourself, then believe it for others. Believe it for others. And this is the reason why praying for others is so powerful. As you see the good for others, you will more easily be able to accept it for yourself. This is, when we pray for others, sometimes we can more easily see the good for them than we can for ourselves. But if you keep on that path and you see the good unfolding for them, eventually you will know that this same power it can work for us. Our receptivity to this universal love determines what we experience in our life. If we say we're only deserving of a little good, that's what we'll have. If we say we're deserving of great good, Spirit opens up a banquet before us. Spirit wants us to live joyfully in compassion and kindness, to see the wonders of life and to know it for ourselves, to know ourselves as God knows us. And Spirit knows you as wonderful, amazing, here to do great and wonderful things. The idea of our experience of good and evil stem from perceiving duality rather than recognizing unity, that we're one with Spirit. And embracing the truth that there's no greater small to the soul that created us, opens us up to a greater understanding of the infinite possibilities available to us. In Christian texts, it says, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, whatever is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Think about such things. But what do most of us do? I'm guilty of this too. You wake up in the morning, you turn the news on. Have you ever turned the news on and they tell you, oh, everything is wonderful in life? Things are working out? You're going to have a great day? No. But this is what we want to think on. This is what we want to dwell on. Now, don't keep yourself in ignorance. Yeah, you want to listen to the news. You want to know what's going on in the world. They said Raymond Charles Barker, he was a big, huge teacher in our movement. They said he would get the New York Times. He would read it from front to back. And then he would fold it down and he would slap the newspaper and said, there's not a damn word of truth in it. There's not a word of truth in it. And that's what you want to do. Stay informed, but say, I know the truth about myself. And we can unlock this power within us. And our thoughts can be rooted in truth and purity that aligns with the universe and with Spirit. Our journey is a recognition we're one with God. We're conduits for its love and its creativity in the physical. We're here to do amazing and wonderful work. And through a recognition and acceptance and conscious creation, we can unlock the power of the universe, bringing an abundance of good and love and kindness. Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. Be it. And our journey is waking up a realization that within us that we have the power to shape reality through our recognition, through our acceptance, and our conscious evolution. So proclaim the goodness of Spirit right where you are. And if you can't see it for yourself, see it for others. And if you can't see it for others, then become it. Become it. We look for God's miracle. Why don't we become God's miracle? Why don't we become the love we're seeking? Why don't we become the abundance we need? Why don't we become the joy and happiness? It's within every one of us because we are that powerful. We are that wonderful. We are here to proclaim the glory of God's new day right where we are. And we're able to do it. And now is the time. There's a breaking dawn, and that dawn is of a new world, a new earth, of sisterhood and brotherhood, where the soldiers have laid down their weapons, where people are living in peace and harmony, and where children are raised with love and compassion. This is the world we might not have been born into, but this is the world we're going to create. It's the truth in your life this morning. It's the truth in mine, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't know what song I was going to do, but I thought I would do this song called Shooting Star, and it's all about being a diamond in your own backyard, and we have so much potential. Thank you so much. That was amazing. I'm just really happy to be here today, this morning. How can you shine when you're treated like you're stoned out in this crazy world on your own? Don't you know that the haters gonna hate, 'cause that's what they do, what they do. But you are fierce and you are strong. You have the power all alone. Take a breath, go easy on yourself and keep pushing through. You do you, boo. No one can do it like you do. You do you, boo. No one can do it like, no one can do it like you. Do you, boo. No one can do it like you do. You do you, boo. Hey, yeah, hey. Don't you know that you're a shooting star? You're all the songs you know by heart. There's no way to measure just how beautiful you are. If you could see how bright you glow, stop seeking validation from the status quo. You're a diamond in your own backyard. So much to discover, a kaleidoscope of color. All the dreams you have inside are closer than you realize. I see the light in you, 'cause I see it shining in me too. We only get one life, we only get one chance. So let's kick off our shoes and dance. If life is a journey and we are all seekers, take that sick beat and bust it out the speakers. If life is a journey and we are all seekers, take that sick beat, bust it out the speakers. Don't you know that you're a shooting star? You're all the songs you know by heart. There's no way to measure just how beautiful you are. If you could see how bright you glow, stop seeking validation from the status quo. You're a diamond in your own backyard. See, we were here to vibe and thrive, and the truth is nobody's getting out alive. So why we act so serious? Why the heck can't we learn to trust? I know intuition isn't always clear. You want the moon and all of the stars, so don't quit now. You've come so far. Everything is unfolding so perfectly. You gotta just believe. We put our hands together. There you go. Woo! Oh, very nice. Don't you know that you're a shooting star? You're all the songs you know by heart. There's no way to measure just how beautiful you are. If you could see how bright you glow, stop seeking validation from the status quo. You're a diamond in your own backyard. You want the moon and all of the stars, so don't quit now. You've come so far. Everything is unfolding so perfectly. You gotta just believe. Woo! Your dreams are closer than you think. Just don't stop 3 feet from the finish line. I thought that one would be appropriate.
Yeah. I loved it.
Thank you.
Ah.
Give yourself a nice round of applause.
You are a shooting star no matter how, you don't know how wonderful you are. Yes. I also like she had boo on there too. What was that line? You do you, boo. Oh, thank you, Krista. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
So, yes. So now we come to the time where we support our community, and we support this place because this is an amazing and wonderful place to be. We're doing great and good work out in the community, and your support is helping us. And when you support us with love and compassion or with prayers and with money, that's going to open up an avenue of great blessings in your life. Spirit will recognize what you're doing and will return to you the wonderful good. So you can support our center in several ways. You can volunteer with us. We love that. You can support us with your prayer work, seeing us become more full, and you can support us with funds. We are all grateful for that because we need all of that. However you choose to support us, if you will take your intention and place it over your heart and read with me this affirmation of prosperity. I live in a universe of abundance, and as I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow, and all I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. Well, thank you in advance for your generous contributions. If the ushers step forward, Chris.
This is another one of my original songs called Peace, Love, and Happiness. Let's go. Shout out to my soul sisters all around the world. Ooh. Can you feel the music pumping through your soul when you step out of your comfort zone? 'Cause we're alive and beautiful. We are strong yet vulnerable. They say beauty's in the eye of the beholder. No more negativity, just punching off your shoulder. Life is on our side. We will want to thrive. If you're feeling groovy, hold your arms out wide. Love and happiness. Peace and love, y'all. Soaking up the good vibes. Hold my skin like sunshine. Peace, love, and happiness. That's what it's all about. Yeah, we're feeling all right. Rhythm sounding so tight. Peace, love, and happiness. Yeah, we're flying so high that we ain't coming down. No, no. Woo! To my brothers and my soul sisters all around the world, shining that light, yeah, you're getting it, girls. We got wisdom, style, and grace. We're not just a pretty face, even when things fall apart. We still dream with all our heart. You're a queen, so claim your crown. What we need in the world right now is peace, love, and happiness. Peace and love, y'all, soaking up the good vibes. With my skin like sunshine, peace,
Love.
let's hear it. And happiness, that's what it's all about. Yeah, we're feeling all right. All the rhythms sounding so tight. Peace, love, and happiness. Yeah, we're flying so high. You know that we ain't coming down. Whoa, you know that we ain't coming down. So I shout out to my soul sisters all around the world. Yeah. To my brothers and my soul sisters all around the world. All around the world. All around the world. Woo. Oh, you got it.
Thank you, Chris. Oh, wow. Oh, we're dropping money. That's a good sign. Thank you, Joy. And thank you for your support. Your support is allowing us to grow and to thrive. So we bless it, we thank you, we release it, knowing it does its good and powerful work, returning to us multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. All right, guys, so I'm going to close our service with an affirmative prayer. I'm going to do it in the first person. Take it in for yourself. If I say something that works for you, hold tight to that. If I say something that doesn't work for you, well, just let that part slide by. But just know this truth with me today. There's but one mind and one God and one power, and that power is perfect love. It's divine intelligence. That power created me from itself plus nothing else. And so I am here walking the soil of St. Augustine so I can experience all the love, the power, and wonder of Spirit made manifest through me. So this morning, I choose to see myself as God sees me. Not as weak, not as wounded, not as damaged, but the glory of God. I am here as a conduit for Spirit raining down blessings upon me. I am here to make the world a better place for my having been in it. So I can look out on this world and I can see the turmoil, but I still know the truth about myself. I know the truth about God. I know the truth about life, that we are here to live in peace and love and joy and prosperity and happiness. We are here to witness the turmoil of the world settling down. We're here to witness our leaders stepping up and speaking truth and compassion to build a better nation, to build a better world. So this morning, I know that I have the creativity of God flowing through me to live a life of wonder, to live a life of joy, of prosperity and health. I am here to be the wonder of God and to witness the wonder of God made manifest through my hopes, my dreams, my desire. So this morning in this sacred space filled with all these wonderful souls, I know I am not weak, I am not wounded, I'm the glory of God made manifest, and I am here to make a difference. I am here to make the world better with me being in it. This is my truth. Every cell in my being radiates this right knowing. And I release this prayer into the mind of God to do its good and perfect, bold and dynamic work, returning to me multiplied abundantly. And together we say, and so it is. All right, my dear friends, I'm going to leave you with one last thought, and that is your life. Your life. It's not a problem to be solved. It's a miracle unfolding. Your job this week, your job this year, your job this life is to go name your miracle, proclaim your miracle, and make it your own. God bless us all. Now let us go be the miracle God is calling us to be. Until we see each other again, this is Reverend Ken wishing you many blessings, and God bless us all.
This is my new song, Champagne. It's not about happy hour, as it might sound. It is about celebrating all the miracles that we know are headed our way. Just like the ocean, we ebb and flow, and our true essence is supernatural. Whoa. Tell your limitation that you've had enough, and strip it down so we can level it out. We keep our small story and deep-seated fears still holding us down after all of these years. But the sun and the moon and the stars will align when they see the way that we shine. Pop the champagne. This calls for celebration. The universe responding to these good vibrations. We hold the power to transmute the situation. The trauma that shakes our foundation. This energy is a force to behold. I know my spirit is worth more than gold. Throw some confetti, let's dance in the rain. And pop, 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 pop the champagne. your scars, 'cause this world needs you just as you are. Release the pressure and just let it go. And tonight will sparkle like the cold. We keep our small story in deep-seated fears, still holding us down after all of these years. Watch as the sun and the stars will align. They see the way that we sparkle and shine. The universe responding to these good vibrations. We hold the power to transmute the situation. The trauma that shakes our foundation. This energy is a force to behold. I know my spirit is worth more than gold. Throw some confetti, let's dance in the rain. And pop, 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 pop the champagne. Glitter, sparkle, shine. Don't you know that you're divine? Only limits in our mind. Pop, 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 pop the champagne. This calls for celebration. The universe responding to these good vibrations. We hold the power to transmute the situation. The trauma, whatever you're facing, is a force to behold. I know my spirit is worth more than gold. Throw some confetti, let's dance in the rain. And pop, 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 pop the champagne. Glitter, sparkle, shine. Don't you know that you're divine? Only limits in our mind. Pop, pop, pop. So pop the champagne. It's a force to behold. I know my spirit is worth more than gold. Throw some confetti, let's dance in the rain. And pop, 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 pop the champagne. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Have a beautiful day.